They want to take my father down in New York. They want to do it civilly. They want to do it criminally. They want to do it in Georgia. They want to try and do it in Washington, D.C. They go to the farthest left areas of this country. They have radical prosecutors, all with one thing in common. They're all funded by Soros, every single one, and they have a damn mission to go after Donald Trump because he's winning in every poll. And when you see Wildwood on Saturday, where he has 100,000 people show up, 100,000 people.
Yeah.
I mean, Bruce Springsteen can't pull half of that.
Well, Hillary used to do that too. I remember she got Bruce Springsteen. I'm not I'm not a huge fan. I have a bad trait. I only like people that like me. Yeah. Does that make sense?
If some of these wackos came along, these liberal singers, said, actually vote for me. They all vote for me. They say, oh, Trump, I don't know. Like Bruce Springsteen. We have a much bigger crowd than Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, much bigger crowd than Bruce Springsteen.
I'm sure he's a nice guy. How about Chris Christie? You say, I love Bruce Springsteen. And then they throw him out of the concert. When somebody throws out of a concert, you shouldn't love them.
Yeah.
You sort of say, I don't like that.
There's like a huddle towards the stage. Towards the minefield.
The MAGA world is reeling as they come to terms with Bruce Springsteen's endorsement of Kamala Harris and Tim Walz.
Friends, fans, and the press have asked me who I'm supporting in this most important of elections. And with full knowledge that my opinions no more or less important than those of any of my fellow citizens, here's my answer. I'm supporting Kamala Harris for president and Tim Walz for vice president, and opposing Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. Here's why. We are shortly coming upon one of the most consequential elections in our nation's history. Perhaps not since the Civil War has this great country felt as politically, spiritually, and emotionally divided as it does then at this moment. It doesn't have to be this way. The common values, the shared stories that make us a great and united nation are waiting to be rediscovered and retold once again. Now that will take time, hard work, intelligence, faith, and women and men with the national good guiding their hearts. He doesn't understand the meaning of this country, its history, or what it means to be deeply American. On the other hand, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are committed to a vision of this country that respects and includes everyone, regardless of class, religion, race, your political point of view, or sexual identity. And they want to grow our economy in a way that benefits all, not just a few like me on top. That's the vision of America I've been consistently writing about for 55 years.
So, Tim, what's your relationship to music?
Yeah. For me, the transformational piece of music was Bruce Springsteen's The River, which is a journey. You know all the tracks, and I'm that guy. My first car, it's the summer 1980, been saving up. I buy a 1973 orange Chevy Camaro, got an 8-track player in it.
Oh, wow.
Previous owner left Bob Seger's Night Moves in there. I listened to it, and it's kind of the soundtrack of my life of Detroit's own Bob Seger. But what's really great about this is I have a 79 International as my car. It's got an 8-track player in it. I have the very 8-track to this day.
You're kidding me.
No.
And I'll have to tell you this, I know this from experience. There is no one you would rather go to a Springsteen concert in Jersey with than him. Than that guy.
It's really no coincidence that Trump's base is confused about Bruce Springsteen's endorsement. While Springsteen champions the struggles and resilience of working-class Americans, and has for decades, singing about the need for solidarity and a fairer system, Trump callously and cynically manipulates those very same grievances to rally support for himself and his movement. Springsteen represents a vision of America that a lot of people identify with and always have, and his songs are written about people very similar in a lot of ways to those lost to the MAGA cult. Working-class Americans struggling to make ends meet in a system designed to keep them down.
Don't tell me a lie and sell it as a fact. I've been down that road before, and I ain't going back. Later, he sings, and don't you brag to me that you never read a book. I never put my faith in a con man and his crooks.
Who or what is this about?
That's Bruce Springsteen's latest song.
About the President of the United States?
About the President of the United States. Is that right, Ash?
It is, released in Sirius today. You know, he was born to whine, not run. That's
very good. Very good.
I just thought of that. Look, he's going after the president who appealed to the working class men and women of this country who were fed up with what was going on in Washington, the establishment. And apparently, Bruce Springsteen, the champion of these people, is going after the very person that his crowd is supported to become president. So it's ironic on that level, but also, as we just said earlier, just shut up and sing.
Oh,
I don't care what you have to say.
Who wrote that? Was a book. That was the title of a book, wasn't it? Or a speech?
Ann Coulter, probably, I think, yeah.
The E Street Band, we are part of the new resistance. Our responsibility is always the same thing. It is to witness and to testify. That is the basic job of the E Street Band.
And Trump and MAGA don't, at the end of the day, understand that. Trump might play the songs, hell, he probably still will even after this, but the spirit that underlies both the songs and Springsteen's support for Kamala Harris will continue to elude him. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.